And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Libra from now through to the end of the year. I stress this is for the sun sign people born in Libra. So therefore, of course, it's a generalised forecast. If you want a proper forecast, you come to me through my website. You know how to get hold of me. But Libra, in general, the majority of you are actually having a pretty good year. When I say the majority, I mean 65% of you, 2/3 of you are having a pretty, at least stable and consistent year, if not good. There's some of you, though, who are really under the weather, especially in the short-term future. Now, I do need to draw your attention, I think, to the coming moon in Libra, the full moon on the new moon, on the 25th of September, the new moon in Libra. It's not too bad. It's opposite Jupiter, so there's going to be a few raised voices and larger than life situations around that time. But the 25th of September, new moon in Libra, generally speaking, it's okay. Generally speaking, there's going to be an element of misunderstanding and confusion. There's going to be words said that shouldn't be said, but it'll be words, not actions. Now, some of you are looking really good, some of you aren't, and some of you are in a distinctly neutral place. For example, Neptune isn't touching you. Great. Uranus isn't really touching you. Great. So there's no neuroses and there's no major drama for the majority of you. Pluto is touching you. Pluto continues to affect those of you born on the 19th, 20th, 21st of October, big time. There's situations going on behind the scenes which may have an element of coercive or manipulative energy on around you. There's a need to be cautious, not suspicious, but cautious around who you're involving yourself with, or to a certain extent it's watch your back. There's an element of transformation and regeneration which may get caught up in the obsessive compulsive side of life, either from you or towards you over the next few months. And this is a time of endings and closure, but then the future can't come in if it's still got to negotiate old baggage. So it's a time of releasing if you're born towards the end of Libra this next few months. Saturn, however, is definitely smiling on a few of you. I'm pleased to say. How rare is it for me to say that Saturn is smiling on you? If you're one of those Librans born from, I don't know, the 11th, 12th of October through to perhaps the 19th, 18th, 19th of October, then yeah, you're in a good space. Saturn's trining your sun. It's not exciting, it's not dramatic, it's not going to bring massive growth and expansion. It is going to bring a slow, gradual, steady and consistent energy of restructuring, reordering, putting things in place, getting on with life and making things work in a stable and consistent way. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. But if you do that and get it right, you're good. You're good. Jupiter, however, is affecting you. Jupiter has been opposite the Sun of all of those Librans born on or before the 2nd of October. If you're one of these people, then the time from early mid-May through to mid-late July has seen a number of situations being a bit larger than life and over the top, with you either overreaching and overstretching or overspending, or the opposite, undercutting, undervaluing, undermining. And it's been a time with lots of new ideas and possibilities and potentials, but very little substance. Now Jupiter is retrograde. And if you're one of those Librans born on or before the 2nd of October, many of the dreams, visions and ideas are going to be disappearing. Blowing in the wind. But some of them are going to stick around and change into blueprint, schedule and plan. And once Jupiter stands still and starts moving forward again from mid-November onwards, those plans will start very slowly to turn into action. But Jupiter won't move back opposite your sign again until mid-December. And it is really the first few months of next year which are going to be the most manic. Jupiter will be opposite the sun of every single one of you from mid-December through to mid-May, 5 months. So the first 5 months of next year, 4.5 months, are going to be very reactive, especially in terms of the way you deal with individuals at the one-to-one level. But you're all going to get a taste of this over the next couple of months. Again, particularly those of you born on or before the 2nd of October, with the Mercury retrograde that's coming up in September this year. Particularly the period around the end of the first week, say the first 10 days of September, there's a lot of stasis, a lot of hot air, a lot of words, no substance, and it's really not a good time to be making large-scale plans or long-term actions. And for all of you really, I recommend you don't make any major changes of course until you're into sort of mid-October, 15th, 16th of October onwards, because there's a lot more water to flow under the bridge. There's a lot more information to come. I do think that that new moon in Libra on the 25th of September is potentially a very good start point for you in terms of fresh starts and new beginnings. And until then, I would say keep your powder dry. But for most of you, it's not that bad at a time, with the exception of those of you born from the 17th, 18th, 19th of October onwards, who are getting Plutoed. But yeah, generally it's a good time. So for most of you, in terms of sun sign comparisons, chill out, relax, charge your batteries, because the first few months of next year is going to be really active. And of course, if you want a proper astrological reading, you know how to get hold of me. All right, bye now.